You are absolutely going to love today's segment. We are here in beautiful Shipsewana, Indiana, an outdoor living area that has been renovated over the years into something, Mark Linton, that is a sight to behold. This is beautiful.
Well, thank you. This goes back to a business relationship that has turned into a friendship. Over 34 years ago, we started working for Mel and June.
Mel and June Riegsecker.
Absolutely.
And they own so much of this area. Shipsewana wouldn't be Shipsewana without the Riegseckers.
Oh my goodness. Most people have eaten at the Blue Gate restaurant, or they've been to the Craft Barn. They've got the inn here in town, and of course the Blue Gate Theater. There's just so much to do, and anyone who comes to Shipsewana knows the Riegsecker name.
Well, tell us a little bit about the renovation that you came back and did some 30 plus years later here.
Okay, so Mel and June contacted us last year, and they have this ever-growing family, and they love family to get together, and they needed a larger outdoor living area, and the landscape that we installed over 30 years ago was looking rather tired, and so it was an opportunity to expand the outdoor living area and freshen up the landscape.
Man, you did it, and this carpet of sod that you laid in here, what a really nice track.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
You're going to see back here behind us, we've got this large stamped concrete patio. One of my favorite things is this stacked sandstone wall. And what we did was create an opportunity for some annual flowers. Mel and June have always had a great appreciation for annuals. Nice pop of color going on there.
And an irrigation system I see that runs throughout.
Yeah, makes it low maintenance. We've got a cluster of 3 tricolor beeches. These are beautiful trees. They put on a great show of color with their leaves. We've got just a little hint of color coming from our drift roses. Each one of these will continue to bloom all throughout the summertime, nonstop up to the fall.
We're going to get some glimpses of Mr. Riegsecker here in the background, but he calls this his outdoor office, doesn't he?
He's out here as much as possible, running the business.
Isn't that amazing? Great location too, isn't it?
You're going to see throughout the landscape around the base of the trees, we've got some low voltage landscape lighting. We've got what we call uplights, and this puts on a great show in the evening. We also have path lights incorporated in here. And we had a challenge that from the back patio, looking towards the backyard, we've got not only an alley, but we've got some neighboring houses. And so we brought in some rather large mature trees. This is a dwarf Amur maple here. And we actually just recently planted this here.
Is that right?
We needed some visual block, and so we've got a combination of conifers. We've got our green giant arborvitaes along with our Canadian hemlocks, which are going to make a nice visual block, providing some privacy from the neighbors and the alley there.
What about the elevation? Was that always here?
Well, we came in here, totally excavated the entire site, brought in some topsoil, and as you mentioned, yes, we are on freshly installed sod here. We wanted the patio to be level, and so there was a grade change. We always want to make sure that we've got good, proper drainage. So there is a slight slope to it, but when you're sitting on the patio, you wouldn't even know that.
You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
But that's why you see the retaining wall in there, and it creates a nice architectural feature.
It does. What else is going on here, Mark, that you can tell us about?
You see a lot of boulders incorporated in here, and both Mel and June grew up Amish, and they grew up in a farming community, and so they have an appreciation for these native fieldstone boulders just like I do.
Yeah.
And so we have always incorporated them into their landscape. And if you look closely on the patio, we wanted the boulders to appear that they're there naturally, and we just worked around them. They're partially in the patio and partially in the landscape.
Your ground cover choice?
Well, we have always used bark, and they really like a very natural type of look. And so we've got bark mulch throughout the landscape. Does a great job of holding the moisture as well.
Well, I'll tell you what, folks that are traveling in the area that visit Shipsewana over the summer, they're probably going to run into this place because it's really right on the main path, isn't
It's
it?
a very prominent location here.
Yep.
Got some large slabs of stone, and give you a little secret here.
Okay.
This is actually Mel and June's pathway, not only to their son and daughter-in-law who live across the alleyway here, but goes over to the Blue Gate restaurant, which of course has the very best food in town.
Oh, absolutely. So a lot of foot traffic here.
Yeah, and we also designed it so it's wide enough that can accommodate a golf cart.
Really?
You'd never guess that if I didn't tell you.
No. Smart.
Got a beautiful specimen red Japanese
It sure
lace
is.
leaf maple here. You can see a spotlight that shines up and lights that up in the evening. And probably my favorite thing out of everything is right around the corner here.
That's what caught my eye, I got to tell you.
And need to give all the credit to Mel. This was actually his vision. And he actually designed and built this cart. And he says, Mark, I want to have a watering can with, a milk can with water spewing out of it. And we created this pondless water feature for him so that his vision could become reality.
Have you ever been involved in anything quite like this before?
This is the first and only.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
Well, Mel and June Riegsecker are synonymous with this community of Shipsewana. How special are they to you? They've been friends for a long time.
Absolutely. Not only them, but the rest of their family members as well.
Well, it's a great landscape, and we're going to talk a little bit now to both Mel and June about the work that Linton's has done. So stay tuned, listen up. Mel and June Riegsecker join us now from beautiful Shipsewana, Indiana. I would say that we're broadcasting here today from their place of business, but that wouldn't be the complete truth, would it, Mel? This is not only business, but this is also your home.
This is our home, and a lot of folks, they admire as they walk by at the what we've done here with our backyard. And sometimes maybe it's kind of interesting to know how or what decided you to change your backyard and redo it. And we started here about 2 years or so ago. Our family total is 13 with grandkids and everyone. And so every Wednesday evening, June and I prepare a meal for the whole family. They come in at 5 o'clock, eat, and they leave. They don't clean up or anything. We just didn't have enough room to do what we wanted to do. And so we decided to make our patio area in the backyard. Well, when you start with one thing, make the patio bigger, obviously you have to do the rest of it. And so called Mark, and I told him what we wanted to do, and he came in and did the rest of it. And it is a very, very pleasant spot for us. We really do enjoy it.
How comfortable this seems. What are maybe some of your favorite things of all, June, about what's been done here today?
Well, I like the flowers here around the patio,
Yes.
and I like the nice trees out here, and I kind of like it a little bit open that we can see out.
You probably like the fact, too, that this is a family magnet, like Mel was saying,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Yeah, how cool. Well, I tell you what, Mark has done such a wonderful job. His crew, I know, spent a lot of time out here. Did they nail it for you, Mel?
Pretty much. Mark and I were just visiting here a little bit ago, and Mark's worked with our organization, Blue Gate Restaurant, Theater, and the Riegseckers since 1985.
That's going way
He's
back.
done projects for us, and very top of the line.
Very good. Good to hear. Well, Mark, why don't you come on in, and you've got a special presentation to make.
Oh my goodness. This started out as a business or a relationship that many years ago, but it's turned into a friendship, and not only with Mel and June, but an extension of their family as well. And just like to thank both of them for all the many opportunities that they've provided us with landscaping, re-landscaping the businesses, and for this most recent project, their beautiful backyard here.
Wow, fantastic. What do you think there, June? Pretty nice?
Yes, those are beautiful. Thank you very, very much.
Well, thank you to both June and Mel Riegsecker. Mel, always good catching up with you, and just want to publicly thank you for all that you've done for our community, especially
Absolutely.
Shipsewana and the entire region. It wouldn't be the same without you.
Well, I'll tell you something. We didn't do it by ourselves by a long shot, and it wouldn't work very well if nobody came. So we appreciate all our visitors. Certainly encourage them to come and visit Shipsewana.
Well, when you're here visiting Shipsewana, you'll probably walk by this beautiful property. So check it out, won't you? Hey, much more coming up on the program. Stay with us. We'll be right back.